What's up guys, and today we're going to be looking at Furs of Fury, a new strategy action-adventure game that's coming out today. Now in this game, the rats run amok across the countryside, demonic superbugs roam the barren fields of the once lush woodland, and the most peaceful of beasts are now brimming with fury. And that's right when you kick off the game, you start by selecting your own furry little woodland creature, all with their own special abilities and attributes. And this is where the game takes an interesting turn, in the sense of gameplay. This game has you with an enemy set up against you, and you're both protecting your crystals, and it takes on this strange Warcraft DOTA mixture. Because starting right off in the beginning of the game, you have a 30-second timer to set up your defenses and set up your bug's nest that will either defend or start to attack the enemy's crystals. And after that time is set, you start a 5-minute round of battling, where no constructions can be built at that time, and once that 5 minutes expires, another 30 seconds of building is required. So you go through these motions up until one player loses. And it seems pretty simple, and in a sense it is, until you start looking at all of the defense and attacks that you have at your disposal. For one thing, a variety of defense totems, some that'll heal poison, there's Venus flytraps that will defend, there's also electric and poison ones. Then comes down to the bug's nest. There are a multitude of bug nests, all the way from a lot of variants of wasps, bees, ants, termites, cockroaches, each with their own unique abilities and strategies to play them in. But always make sure that you have at least one ant variant, because there are no seeds to pick up throughout the game. The game's biosphere kind of encapsulates itself. When an enemy dies, these ants collect the body parts from it, take them to your crystal, and once enough has generated, a new seed or egg is produced. And then on top of that, there are a multitude of items that your player can use, multiple weapons, amulets, and charms to help you in your battles. Now, looking at the graphics, they do look kind of rudimentary, and that's just because they are more or less basing off the old school Warcraft style. And this game is also releasing in early access, and Andy, the lead developer, has already said that there's a lot of improvements that he's wanting to add on to. And he's a very open-minded person, is actually looking for any constructive criticisms, ideas that people may have to add into the game. But in the current state of the game right now, there are a few negatives to it. One would be combat. Combat in the game is a little lackluster currently. Trying to fight the enemies and attack certain bug types doesn't really have a lot of punch to it, which doesn't wholeheartedly get you into that combat sense when you're fighting these bugs. The one thing that I did notice also was when me and Sean actually joined Andy in for the first time us playing the games and he showed us the ropes, it was a really fun game and we loved the way that it was going. But when I went later on to go through a few more of the missions, that's when I kind of noticed the game's pace slowed down dramatically. Playing with a group of friends, it's really easy to quickly set up your defenses and then go out on the offensive. But when you're playing in single player, you kind of have to take that first round of 5 minutes and defend yourself for the time being and try to set up an army enough to go ahead and take on the enemy, which is a perfectly good strategy and it works great and it's still kind of entertaining. But this seems more to be as a cooperative or PvP type game. So really, if you've actually been looking for a tower defense-esque type game to play with a bunch of your friends, this is a really strong choice. So, I mean, does the game have its flaws and has its issues? Yes. But this is a really unique type game that has a really passionate developer and is also trying to find people who could help him add on to it. Any suggestions or any ideas that could make the game better. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this game for a group of friends who are trying to find something interesting and different and really kind of fun to play with friends. And not just see a game being built, but also take active participation and help building this game into the way that you guys see fit. So if you guys are interested in the game, link's going to be down below. And if you liked the video, guys, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. And I want to thank you guys for watching this video. And like always, I'll see you in the next video and have fun.